Today we're going to talk about working a career for 40 plus years and a retirement plan that you need to think about before you retire. This isn't going to be a financial plan, but this is going to be a mindset. So I hope you tune in and hear my story and what my plan is. Hi there. My name is Susan, and thank you for joining me. I have been working in the medical field for a little over 40 years. I started as a nursing assistant, I became an LPN, and then I eventually got my RN. It's the only career I've ever had. Since I was 18, I've been in the medical field. Now I'm thinking it's time to retire in the next 4 years. I turned 61 years old today, and it's time to start pre-planning for retirement. Ever since I was LPN, I've worked in a hospital environment, and when I got my RN, then my work skills increased, and I was able to do a lot more for better pay. I really love nursing. And being at the bedside for at least 25 years, it's been a challenge. In 2020, as you know, COVID hit, and that left so many questions unanswered. Many of the people in the healthcare field, rethink their career. I loved taking care of sick people, and once COVID hit, we started worrying also about our health and surviving. A lot of my friends went to New York and they worked in the hospitals there and made probably $10,000 or $20,000 every 2 weeks. I chose not to do that. I wanted to stay home on the home front and work in my community. I'll never forget the first day I went into the hospital and we had to put on protective gear to protect ourselves from COVID. I literally worried that I was going to die. I worried that I was going to get COVID and pass away. I would come home after my shift and take off all my clothes in the garage, put them in a bag with my shoes, carry that bag to the laundry room and put them in the washer, put it on hot, and use detergent and disinfectant and wash my clothes every day and shoes. I'd sleep and then I'd get up in time to put my shoes and clothes in the dryer, and they'd dry before I had to go back to work. I'd get dressed and I'd go right back and I would selflessly take care of patients, and it was a wonderful thing to do. But there's nothing like walking through a clean room, getting all donned up in your protective gear, and then walking into a room of a person who has COVID. Yes, I felt bad for my patients. Their families couldn't come up and see them. They were in bad shape. This totally made me rethink my career. I swore if I made it through, I would probably get out of nursing. But I didn't. I stuck with it, and then the second wave came through. We started getting more COVID patients again. All of the tents were set up outside the hospital to triage patients, and we'd start donning heavier again and working with another wave of COVID patients. This is when I decided, after this, I'm out. Never in my life did I worry about my safety as being a nurse as I did in 2020 and 2021. After everything calmed down, I decided to apply as a school nurse for the county, and I got the job. And I was so much happier. I did lose a significant amount of money though. I was getting paid $20,000 less working in the school system than I was at the hospital. The benefits were really good, and that's what made the offer even more pleasing. I'd have the summers off every holiday, every weekend. I'd only work Monday through Friday, and I was excited. So I have been in school nursing for several years, and I turned 61 today, and I plan to retire by 65. I would love to retire by 62, but the 401ks that I've collected throughout my years, I didn't manage it as well as I should have. I worked for several county jobs being a nurse, and when I left, I cashed in my 401k. I did work at another hospital and had a very hefty 401k there. I left it there when I left to move to another hospital. So I have that, and then whatever I get from the county after working with the county for several years. When I retire, along with Social Security, I'll have a little extra income from my retirement 401k. So during this time of being a school nurse, I decided to start my YouTube channel. Leaving hospital nursing and going to school nursing kind of made me feel a little down because I was making less money, and I just kind of felt like I was definitely living paycheck to paycheck. Before, I could go shopping and write a check, back then we wrote checks, or spend money and not even look at my account to know if, I was running short. Being an RN in a hospital paid well. Being an RN in a school system is far less. But with the benefits, I was much happier. And I needed that mental happiness in my life. It had been such a terrible couple of years working my last days in the hospital that I was just ready to be happy again. So I started my YouTube channel because YouTube was inviting people over 40s or 50s to hop on YouTube and make a channel about their life or their hobbies, or if they had any information that would help others. YouTube was promoting it, and I decided to do it. But my decision to do it was for me. I got on YouTube because I wanted to create an atmosphere for myself that's dedicated to self-betterment, to mindset, to showing up for myself and setting goals in which making YouTube videos about would make me more responsible and do it. I needed a push, and that's what I did. So I started my channel and originally called it 60 and Sane. It was about women 60 years or older and what we do in our lives, how we plan outings, and how our friendships are going, how our jobs are going, our marriages, everything 60. What's going on when you're 60 years old? It's pre-retirement. There are so many channels out there traveling, talking about retirement plans, showing older people how to save for retirement because it's coming soon. And I decided, I was going to do mine for me. So I did some mindset videos. I did some long form videos. I did a video for during the California fires. I did all different kinds of videos. I love true crime, and I did a few of those, and those went really well. And I did some just kind of a little vlog thing, a day in the life of a RN on her day off with her dogs. I kind of spoke a little bit about my mental health and where I have dealt with mild depression in the past and what has helped me to get through things. After 5 months, I decided I really need to niche down. So I gave a lot of thought about it. I started a 30-day challenge, and every day I did a video, whether it was a long video or a short video, and I posted daily. I was throwing videos out there left and right that had no substance. They did so-so. They didn't do bad, but it gave me a lot of camera time, a lot of experience being in front of the camera and articulating my messages. And because of that, I felt like I just wasn't getting the views that I felt like I could get. So after a lot of researching and kind of researching from within, I decided I was beginning to watch videos that really interested me, and that became art, watercolors. I became so interested in watercolor painting that I started buying supplies and I started painting, and I absolutely love it. I also saw videos for beginners on drawing, and I started drawing and I fell in love with that too. I saw some urban art that I really liked, and I really enjoyed drawing urban art and painting it. So then I thought, well, you know, when I do retire, I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands, and I need to be busy. When you retire, you need to be busy, you need to go exercise, you need to make new friends, because it's going to be a whole new lifestyle. All of a sudden, you leave your career and you don't work anymore. A lot of people lose their way in retirement, in the beginning of retirement, and I've seen so many stories that it takes at least 2 years to get used to, financially and mentally. So now I'm starting to tone down my spending, do more with less. I'm going to be on a far more less income-based lifestyle. I need to have some hobbies. And watercolors really inspired me. So I started arting. So then I thought, well, I'm going to retire. I can start my art journey now, and maybe in 4 years I'll be good enough that I'll be able to make some sort of small business in selling some kind of artwork. So that's my plan. My plan is to retire in 4 years, get 4 years of art skills and painting, and God only knows where else it'd take. I'm really just interested in watercolors and drawing. But you never know, I might get into some oil painting or acrylics, but right now they just don't interest me. So I thought maybe I can make some sort of business with this, and it will help my income when I retire, even if it only pays a water bill or half of the electric bill, or maybe to pay more. I can do it. And my channel is called Artfully Becoming, because I am dedicated in starting my art journey on YouTube and inspiring older women to do the same. Get out there and start doing art, paint, color, whatever makes you happy, because it helps you mentally. And I really feel that when you retire, you're going to need an outlet for your feelings. I so get that when I start putting colors on the paper and drawing buildings and painting them and trees and all kinds of stuff. I just get that natural high, and it's enjoyable. And I need that for when I retire. I don't know if I'm going to eventually have to get a part-time job and only work a few hours a week. But I feel that in the next 4 to 5 years, I can gain the skills to sell some sort of art, whether it is prints or my paintings at a craft festival or online. I am planning on getting a website, but I have a goal, and there's no reason why we cannot forget our dreams even after we retire. There's no reason that our dreams cannot stop happening. Did I say that right? We can keep on dreaming after retirement. I want to own my own little business. So for now, I'll be saving money. I'll be paying bills down. My car will be paid off. Our home will be paid off probably in the next 10 years. And I just want to live great and enjoy retirement. Something else that I need to do is lose weight, and I need to exercise. I also need to make smarter food choices, because in the next 5 years, my life is going to depend on it. If you retire and sit in your chair the rest of your life, you're going to go downhill, and I don't want that to happen to me. At least with doing my art projects, I can go out in the community and sign up for classes, and you know, there's just a big open world in the art world as far as learning, and it's going to be exciting. It also helps your mind. It helps your mind to be busy and productive. So I hope you'll join my journey good and bad. You know, I'm not a good artist right now, but I'm sharing everything. I'm putting everything out there. And you'll see in this video, I'm showing you some of my art projects that I've done so far. And there's some things that I haven't shown, but it's a beginning. And I hope that you'll join me. And I hope that somehow you get inspired also to do an art hobby. Paint, color, draw, take pictures, be a photographer. Just do it. Do it before you retire so that you're used to doing it and you continue after you stop working. I am so excited not to press that alarm button at 4 o'clock in the morning because that's what time I get up. I'm ready to wake up when I want to. So my channel will have some art projects. I'll share with you my art. I'll critique it in front of you, what I could have done better, what I learned from it. I'll also be doing a little bit of mindset videos because I think it's real important about our mental health to stay alert when you're really feeling down. We need to have some things that we can do to make things feel better mentally. I'm hoping to find some new art friends. I have a community that I'm involved with my YouTube channel now, and we do lives on Friday nights talking about our YouTube channel. And I wouldn't have had these friends if I didn't start a YouTube channel. They are absolutely wonderful, and I'm so happy to have them in my life. And to be honest with you, it's a friendship I never ever have experienced before. It is a wonderful friendship, a community that you can build, and we're building a community. There's only one way, and that's up. That's the only way we're going. We're going up, and we're blowing up, and we're showing up for ourselves. So I hope you'll join my journey, and thank you for watching, and thank you to all of my subs. I hope that you stay with me. I think you'll really enjoy my art journey because it's not teaching. It's just my way of relaxing and showing you the colors on the page. I have 2 artists that follow me, and I'm so happy to have them in my life. I watch their videos as well. And I hope that I follow more artists and more artists will follow me and guide me. So the 2 that are following me are Get Some Color in Your Life with Dave Lowe. And he is British and I love watching his channel. He does a lot of landscapes and watercolor paintings, and I have learned a good bit with him. And then I also follow Susan Hansen Art, and she follows me, and she does some abstract art and watercolors. She does a little bit of everything, and she is so encouraging, and she emails me and gives me hints and tips and stuff like that. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, an art community that helps one another. And it's all about feeling good about yourself, putting those colors on paper, enriching your life. And I just can't wait to see where my journey leads me. So I hope you join me on my next video. I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's going to be artful. So have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.